Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Yesterday we took a look at the popular all-time page for Supermarket Simulator, and today we're going to look at the popular all-time page for TCG. So TCG has not been out as long as Supermarket Simulator, so this page might be a little more reliable in this instance. I mean, the mods and stuff are updated frequently because the game is updated frequently, but I'd wager like there'll still be a lot of relevant stuff on this page. So I will still say by default you shouldn't take everything that you see here for face value and just assume that because it's on this page it is automatically good, but there's a pretty good chance that the more will be than not in this instance. So obviously we're going to be disregarding Bepinex again because it's a given, so let's just move on to the next one. So first one on here is obviously the Poke mod. I mean, like, what do you expect? It's a complete overhaul of the TCG shop, complete with cards, figurines, and all kinds of stuff. A lot of work went into it. It looks really good. There's actually several of these on here. I didn't realize that they did these Pokeballs here. These are kind of cool. But yeah, there's a ton of stuff in here. These Pokemon mods were bound to be very popular. Obviously, people were going to pick them up because it's Pokemon. So no surprise here, but a lot of work went into this. So this is definitely something that I would probably consider or expect to see in the top mods in the game. Texture replacer is a kind of a given nowadays because one of the big features, or I guess big draw points in all these simulator games that we play that have mods, is people just want it to look however they want it to look. Fast pack opening is a really big one. I'm not surprised at all to see this here. This is one of the best mods in the game, especially considering, based on some math that's been done and based on direct accounts that I've actually heard from people, you're probably going to have to open 100,000 plus cards in order to get every single card in the game. Once you get up into the 2000s, I think there's like 2,300 something cards in total. I think I have to look again. That could be wrong. Don't quote me. But I think there's about that much in there. Once you get up into the 2000s, it'll probably take you like 40,000 maybe to get to that point, and from that point on we're talking 60,000+ to get the rest of the cards. So I mean, you can sit there and you can open them as slowly as the game lets you if you have all the time in the world, but I don't have that much time. Nobody I know has that much time. I play a bunch of other games, not just this one. I make content. I got a kid. I can't wait that long. So I have fast pack opening because it's too much. Obviously we have another Pokemon mod. These are going to be very common. You're going to see these everywhere. Tons of people are putting out different versions of what they think the best Pokemon mods are. It's going to be up to you to figure out which one you actually want to download, but chances are it's probably going to be an overhaul of some sort. Let's see here. Pre-configured Bepinex with configuration manager. I'm not really sure if this is relevant because, as far as I know, this Bepinex pack comes with configuration manager. Now this says it's pre-configured. I'm not sure what that actually means, but I've never actually needed to download this, so I'm not really sure what that's about, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, somebody, if you got some more insight on this one, you let me know. Auto set prices is a staple in a lot of simulation games. Setting prices can be a little bit tedious, so people use the auto set prices so they don't have to deal with it. Although I will say that I personally feel it's a lot less relevant in this game because pricing items in this game has been easier than any other game I've played. The way they do their pricing conventions on here is much better. You can set the percentages right away. You can round it right away. You don't have to like do the mental math in your head and try to figure it out. It's just really straightforward in this game. So this is a good mod to download, but I don't think it's completely necessary, unless maybe until you get to the end game. Once you get to the end game and you have like everything, then maybe this will become a bit more relevant. Auto light switch is for lazy people. I mean, it is what it is, and if you take offense to that, don't, because I downloaded it because I'm lazy, and that's the only reason. So yeah, if you don't want to deal with light switches and you just want them to turn on whenever they're ready to turn on, then there you go. More card expansions has been a pretty popular one. This one's actually really useful if you want to unlock more cards beyond the cards that you have. Most of the cosmetic packs and stuff in this game changes existing cards, but the more card packs actually taps into the game and unlocks, I think, up to 3 more packs that are locked and you shouldn't have access to. Now, there's some moral implications behind that I am a little bit on the fence about, to be honest, but you know, some people just don't care. They're like, it's a mod, whatever. But I get a little iffy when it comes to mods that unlock content that should be locked that you should not have access to yet. That's a little bit of a gray area for me, so it's up to you whether or not you want to go that route. But you need this mod to download a bunch of other cosmetic mods in the game, so be mindful of that. It'll tell you if you click on a mod that needs this one, it'll tell you when you click on it. So Hands Not Full is the same general premise and concept as fast pack opening. Once again, you only can hold 8 packs in your hand at any given time. I mean, it just makes opening packs tedious, especially when you're using fast pack opening. So these two basically go hand in hand. Although fast pack opening has a setting in it that allows you to carry more items anyway. So technically that would make this mod completely obsolete, but I guess it just depends. If you want one or the other, you could just download Hands Not Full. But if you're gonna want both, then you might as well just get this one because it does both. Let's see here. One-click restock is excellent, especially when you're in the end game and you have a ton of different items. If you're doing the 1 or 8 item strat, maybe not as useful, but if you got a ton of everything, like you got all the stuff in your store, one-click restock is a godsend. You click it and it restocks. It tells you based on what you have back on your storage how much you need, and it'll fill your shelves. So you just one click, you don't even have to think about it. So there you go. And then we have another Pokemon overhaul, because of course we do, and it is exactly what you would expect. Another overhaul with Pokemon. They have their own styles and stuff like that. It looks like the ghost cards are all trainers. Kind of interesting. That's kind of interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that before. But yeah, another Pokemon overhaul. I mean, it is what it is. Look at it, see if you like it, download it if you want it. Custom workers. Now this was one that I saw a bit early on that I never ended up getting. Apparently you can go in and like modify the attributes, your speed, restock speed, walking speed, unlock levels, cost, like all kinds of stuff of your workers, which, I mean, I don't know. I know some people might scoff at this distinction, but there are mods and then there are cheats. This I consider more of a cheat. I think the mods that fundamentally change the way that characters work in the game, outside of stuff like making them move faster, like I think making them move faster is something pretty reasonable, because everybody walks like they don't have jobs in this game, which I guess is kind of fitting. But you know, something like this where you go in and you can just like completely customize the people and how much you pay them and stuff like that, it's a little bit much, so I didn't even bother with this one. But once again, to each their own. I'm not judging anybody or saying that anybody shouldn't do it. I'm just saying that I was kind of turned off by that idea. I like the fact that all the workers are individual and they kind of work their own way. It is what it is. Open card pack customizer. This mod lets set the chance to get cards. Okay, so this is another, basically just a cheat. You can increase the percentage chances of you getting cards that you want. You know, which, I mean, opening packs is kind of the whole point of the game. So if you go in and adjust it to where you get everything you want all the time, then you've effectively canceled the game. There is no more game to be had, because now you just get everything you want all the time. So the RNG is gone, therefore the appeal is gone. So I mean, it's up to you if you want to do this, if you're really desperate to get that achievement towards the end. Although if you use a mod, you might not be able to get the achievement anyway. But yeah, I don't know about that one. Value multiplier, same concept. You can go in and adjust how much XP you get, how much money you get, stuff like that. Basically just a cheat. Fast workbench is necessary, but even fast workbench doesn't really fix the problems with the workbench, in my opinion. The workbench is so tedious. and I would like to use it more. I would like to have better access to it and stuff, but they need to find a better way for you to use this thing, because it's really annoying that you click the button, it does a little animation to put down the cards. It doesn't matter how fast or slow it is, but you click the animation, it makes the pack of cards, and then it like you're holding the item in your hand now, and now you have to click the table back again to put the item on the table, go back down and click the bundle card button again. You should just be able to make bulk packs. So if you have enough to make 10, 15 or 20 boxes at a time, there should be a setting to allow you to do that. I mean, it's so tedious to make those. And then after you box them and you put them on the table, you have to find an empty box, which you cannot get under normal circumstances. You have to buy an item, empty the box, and then use that box to fill the box. And then you have to put that box on the shelf so your employees can empty the boxes back on there. But after your employees take the boxes and empty them onto the shelves, they throw the box away, so you got to find a way to get another box. The workbench is a complete pain in the ass in this game, even with the fast workbench mod. I don't like it. I think it needs to be more intuitive. That was a little rant that kind of just came out of nowhere. I didn't realize how much that table annoyed me until just now. Anyway, moving on. The mod's good though. If you want the mod, download it. It helps. It doesn't fix the problem. It just makes it 10% less bad. So Better Collision is probably my favorite mod. You can put stuff anywhere. Probably another gripe that I have in this game is how much room things take up. Everything has this initial placement of where you put it, and then there's these boxes around everything that take up like 50% more space than they actually really should. And I guess it prevents you from like putting things too close together so people aren't getting stuck or cluttered or whatever, but it's a bit aggressive in this game. So I like to be able to put things wherever I want. So that one's a given. It's always the first mod that I download in any simulation game. Auto card place is really nice for people who really like to do the single card thing. It has multiple functions. First being obviously filling those tables very quickly with cards and allowing you to not have to individually one by one place them down, which can be a little tedious, especially if you are focusing on selling single cards. It also allows you to not lose out on the single cards that you have left. So for example, if you want to sell all of your single cards and you want to sell them consistently and repeatedly, it'll autofill the table, but also you can set it to where it leaves just one. So that way it'll never set something on the table that is your last version of that card. So that way you can still collect and also, you know, still sell your individual cards. Pretty useful. I use it. I like it. Custom customers. Customize customers to spawn more, set percentage of men to women, walk faster, always give exact change. This one's actually kind of useful. I mean, like I said, it really depends. The walking faster is probably the standout for me. Exact change might be good if you don't want to have to deal with that all the time. There's a bunch of other stuff in here. How many people spawn, men versus women. I guess if you want to do that, you want to make it exclusively men or exclusively women or more men or more women, like however you want to go about that is completely up to you, I guess. Like I said, this one kind of teeters a little over into the cheat realm a bit. As you can see, look at all these freaking people. I guess if you really wanted to do this, you could do this too. Oh, and I guess this lets you see how much cash they have also. So there you go. If you want to use that one, you can. But like I said, it's a little bit much. Totally up to you though. And then last but not least, a stock check on the main page here. This one allows you to basically just see how many items you have either in your storage or on the shelves. Pretty simple. It makes ordering easy. You don't have to run around the store and be looking at stuff trying to see what you need. You can just open up the menu and see exactly what you need and order accordingly. Very useful. So like I said, obviously the tone of this video was significantly different than the Supermarket Simulator one. Pretty much everything here was useful in some way. Because this is a newer game, it's updated much more frequently, and it seems like the modders are updating their mods much more frequently in this instance. So yeah, popular all-time page for this one is pretty useful, actually, all things considered. If I had to give a rating, I'd say that you could probably come here and effectively get some of the best mods in the game without actually having to worry about too much. So hopefully that was helpful to you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one.